children, welcome back to the class which is discussing about matter. We have already learned that matter is defined as anything which occupies space and has mass. It can be perceived by our senses of smell, touch, sight, hearing, and taste. Ancient Indian philosophers considered that all kinds of matter are made up of five elements such as sky, air, fire, water, and earth. These are called as Panch Tattvas. Panch means five and Tattvas means elements. That is why five elements such as sky, air, fire, water, and earth called as Panch Tattvas. Acharya Kannada, an Indian philosopher, was perhaps the first to suggest that all forms of matter are composed of very small particles known as anu, and that each anu may be made up of still smaller particles called paramanu. Greek thinker Democritus called the smallest particle paramanu of matter as atom. Thus, matter is made up of very tiny particles called atoms. John Dalton, an English chemist, experimentally found that matter is made up of molecules. So we can say that matter is made up of very tiny particles called atoms. An atom doesn't have independent existence. Therefore, atoms combine to form molecules. Thus, we can say that a molecule is made up of one or more than one atoms of the same kind or of the different kind. And a molecule can exist independently. That means it can exist free in nature. So, we have learned that atom is the smallest particle of a substance that can exist dependently. That means it cannot exist independently. And molecule is the smallest particle of a substance that can exist independently. In previous class, we have learned two characteristics of matter. Are you remembering it? They are matter occupies space and it has mass. Now, let us do an activity to show that matter occupies space. For doing the activity, we need a glass tumbler, water, a stone, piece of thread, and a glass bowl. Let us take a glass tumbler and place it in a bowl. Pour water gently in the tumbler so that it is completely filled. Tie it with a piece of thread and lower the stone gently into the tumbler. Now we can observe that some water overflows from the glass tumbler and collects in the bowl. Why? Because stone occupies space, hence it pushes the water out of the tumbler. Let's pour back the overflowed water from the bowl to the glass tumbler. We can see that water fills the glass tumbler up to the brim again. Thus, from this experiment we understood that the stone and water, which are matters, occupies space. Now, let us do an activity to show that matter has mass. For that,
Let us take an electronic weighing machine. Electronic weighing machine is used to measure mass. Now we can see the reading of mass in it as 0. Let us keep a glass on it. Glass shows a mass of 175 gram. Let us pour some water to the glass. As we are pouring the water to the glass, we can see its reading is changing. Now, the mass of glass filled with water is 395 grams. This experiment shows that matter has mass. We can do this experiment by using beam balance, spring balance, etc. Thus, the two experiments that we performed shows that matter has mass and it occupies space. You can also try these experiments in home. That's all for today. Thank you.